welcome. This is our weekly reading for October 7th through October 13th, 2016. Remember, it's a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, praying about. We are all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same thing. So see what feels right for you. It could be one sign that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest and greatest good of everybody involved in the situation and so on. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. How you ride these energetic waves that come through is always up to you. Is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave, preparing for the wave, crashing into the wave, riding that wave, or ignoring the wave? Also, feel free to make this an interactive video with me if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And if you have some time, check out the links that I provide below. Show your love and support to the artists and musicians and see if you find some further signs and symbols for this reading for you. All right, thank you guys, and I'll see you in a moment. Hi, Cancer, welcome. This is our weekly reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Inquiring for October 7th through the 13th, 2016. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for Cancer for the highest and greatest good of all. One card for focus, clarity, and understanding the energies this week around Cancer, and wisdom to ride these energies best. Let's get one card for Cancer for October 7th through the 13th, 2016. Wisdom for Cancer. Vincenco, you're funny. The Six of Swords. So, Cancer, this is nice. This is like, you know, the worst is behind you. The trials and the tribulations are done. You've learned these lessons. You've learned to navigate the boat, the ship, the yacht, the canoe, the car, the transportation. Sometimes it's actually moving, like moving your transportation. How, maybe you're getting a new car, something like that. Learning to drive. Maybe somebody's learning to drive stick shift, or you have children learning to drive. That was sort of interesting with this. So it could also be moving, like moving your environment, your apartment, your house, packing things up, moving things around in your house. Maybe you're moving rooms, something like that, or moving stuff around in a room. I feel like for some of you, it could be like traveling, like maybe a vacation, or yeah, like maybe even just going to see a friend, maybe not far, like across town, you know, on a subway, on a boat, maybe across a river, something like that. Somebody lives across a river in a town sort of close by, and you're going to go see them, or they're coming to see you. Usually it's like, you know, sailing to smoother waters, but I feel like this is an actual visit for Cancer. Maybe that's going to help something blow over, you know, something, you're waiting for something to blow over until you could sail, to depart, something like that, waiting for the winds to change. But with the Six of Swords, it's becoming clear. It's going back into balance, balance restored. You know, you figured out all of the navigation tools on this particular choice, circumstance, relationship. It's like different trials that you went through in the same situation, in the same boat. Maybe somebody was in the same boat with you. Maybe somebody else was learning to navigate shores or boat, you know, where you're going with you. Maybe somebody was here. I feel like maybe there was somebody on board with you, or you're going to see somebody who's going to get on the boat with you, Cancer. I feel like you're alone here, but maybe alone so you could learn, you know, how to navigate your boat, how to drive your boat, how to navigate storms, how to understand all the rough waters that were under you before, and how to navigate your ship around the waters, around the storm, maybe wait out the storm. You know, I'm seeing like weather, you know, like you're into, you know, when somebody is really, it sounds weird, but I had an old neighbor once who said that when it was gonna rain, she could feel it in her bones, kind of thing. Like somebody like that, like something like that, like you could feel it in your bones, like that, that energy before a storm, like the electricity. It's like you can feel something out, so you know where to go, how to go around it, how to even make that electricity work for you now. Like, I don't know, like almost like lightning, like you're a lightning, I see like a lightning rod, you know, like, and wanting that lightning to come to you on purpose to like capture its energy, like a superhero or something. And then like, sometimes I get such weird images. I hope this is helpful for you guys. I'm not sure where I'm going with this, Cancer, but I feel like, you know, you have like some kind of like something to ground you, but capture electricity somehow, you know, through the earth. And you're putting this electricity like into some kind of like special funnel, into a special engine, whether that engine is yours, something you're creating, something that's getting you going, something that makes this boat a submarine. It's like, you know, something pretty special that changes things around. It just changes everything for you. I feel like you can even go under the water with this and just avoid the storm altogether. Maybe you even have something that goes under the water and flies. Like, you know, this electricity, this capture, this something that you grab hold of and use to your advantage to power something up, to make a power source in you, to get juices flowing in you. I feel like it has to do with an engine. You know, like horsepower, you know, something like, yeah, maybe inside of you, getting your horsepower moving now. Maybe you were just sort of stuck on the lake before, waiting for the wind to change, waiting for the sails to blow, figuring out everything, and it was rough waters, and you know, at the process you lost your clothes, you know, you feel exposed, you can feel the elements, you felt the rain, you're cold, and you're ready to go. You're going to figure this out. You're going to come up with another solution, you know, and put some power back in this and get you to shore, get your ass some clothes. I feel like, well, almost all of these women are naked, or men in this deck, so everyone's sort of exposed for this, but it's exposing your, it's like exposing your lessons a little bit so that they give you, I feel like when you have an experiment and you do something, it's okay to mess up a bunch of times, like a mad scientist. You know, it's okay to have it go awry, you know, billions of times if you have to, because that one time that it works is the only time that matters. So maybe it's persistence, pursuing something. I also feel like you're naturally navigating towards warmer, smoother, calmer waters. Like you're on a natural process of changing the weather, maybe changing your own weather, you know, preparing for the weather. I still feel like you're going around it somehow, or working with it. Like working with Mother Nature somehow, Cancer. Directly, if that makes sense to you. One card for Cancer. Ghostlands. So, what was behind the veil? What was dark? Where you're coming from? Maybe you're coming from the Ghostlands. You know, I see this like, yeah, like I see like a dial like in your car. Maybe we're learning how to, you know, get your track back on, get your navigation tools running. I feel like all of your tools are here. I feel like this is like a dial or a clock or a tool. I know I can see like all of the zodiac signs here. What is it pointing at? I feel like it's between Cancer. Oh, that's cool, Cancer. Look, it's like it's pointing right at the end of Cancer, between Cancer and Gemini. Like getting close to Gemini, but definitely still in Cancer. So maybe it's your time now, you know? You had to wait something out. You had to go behind the veil, like turn off the lights on something, find a different way, learn to navigate these storms. I feel like it was learning to navigate, you know, your senses, your tools, your storms. And everything's coming back into color after this. You know, I feel like color returns after this, after you, maybe there was fog, you know, something foggy, you couldn't quite see it. You had to turn on the low beams for a little bit. I always feel like a low beam thing, like low beam and fog is better than the high beams. So maybe you were learning that, you know, you tried to go through with the high beams and it was just more fog. So you learn to adapt to whatever situation comes. So maybe you were waiting for the fog to lift, you know, the weather to clear, the storm to pass. I feel like the Ghostlands is also like, it's a 17, so I think of the star, wishes, maybe something that was, you know, out of reach before, and now you have the tools and the power to get there. You know, like you dreamt it, you saw it, you know, at like a mirage, but it wasn't quite tangible yet. You had to learn something first. You had to go into seclusion or, you know, the boat by yourself, something here inside the storm, inside the mist, inside something like almost like, I see, like, I just thought of the Beauty of Gray by Live. So maybe you had to learn to see, you know, in between the spectrum, see the gray, you know, the gray colors, the Beauty of Gray I'm thinking of. So maybe something without color, a different filter. Maybe I'm thinking like old movies, maybe connection to the past, connection to old Hollywood, or like black and white, maybe old photos, maybe your past, maybe your grandparents, family connections, maybe something like that. Now you're, you know, going a different direction, maybe releasing like something that was connecting you to the past, you know, and keeping you out of focus somehow, and you're putting life into a situation. I think of the 17 as wishes, hopes, dreams, life, fate, opportunity, chances, releasing, also destiny, you know, and I see like, you know, the astrology here. And I want to say this is like a 4-leaf clover. You know, luck is on your side. You just had to learn how to see a different perspective on something. See behind the veil, in between the veil, behind, you know, something like that, or go inside yourself. Tap into something deep and unattainable so that you can get your power back. You can learn your lessons. All right, I'm going to get another card for Cancer. Let's get more clarity on 6 of Swords. You know, moving, travel, a new destination. Maybe you were heading the wrong way before, like a ghost town. You know, I see like you going somewhere and there's just nobody home. You know, nobody was there. It's not like they're like, you know, avoiding you. There just wasn't anybody home kind of thing. Like you just, you know, maybe made a pit stop somewhere weird, like a ghost town. And, you know, you had an experience there. You did something there. You learned something there. I hear like, it's sort of weird, like footage or something. And, you know, you got what you, like, almost like, you know, like maybe footage, like background scenes, you know, like using backgrounds as footage for putting life into there. Like I actually see like a green screen for some reason. So like maybe you're going somewhere and taking, I don't know, I just got an image of like somebody behind a green screen with videos and putting up old black and white videos behind them. Maybe past lives, something like that. That was sort of a strange turn with that card, Cancer. Let's get more clarity. One more card for Cancer for this week. The Knight of Water. So maybe you're heading towards, you know, exciting waters for a different reason. I feel like this knight keeps coming back this week. So I feel like this is, you know, getting on your dolphin, you know, having balance within yourself, looking for an experience, you know, back into an emotional experience, out of the ghost lands, out of, you know, the ghost town, into something you enjoy diving into. Get out your sombrero, you have your sword of truth, you know, you saddle up your dolphin and you dive on in those waves. You know, I feel like there's mountains behind you, stability behind you. You're up at the, you know, you're near the shore, you're near the caps of the water. But I feel like there's, like, I feel like this night is like moving to the music, you know, like dancing to the music. Somehow, like, yeah, maybe there's a music involved or videos involved, or just learning to dive into these waves, learning to ride the waves. It's somebody emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, and contemplative. Maybe this is somebody coming into your world, but I mean, it's a water sign, Cancer. I feel like this is your new start. It could also be a Scorpio or a Pisces energy that you're dealing with or in your chart, but I feel like it's the masculine side of you. It could be, you know, a male coming into your world, ladies, or, you know, you getting on board, moving with those. I feel like you getting on board with somebody else, like you're going to dive into those waves too with somebody, not just necessarily wait for this person to come with you. I feel like you're having a good time together. If there's, you know, if this is speaking about somebody else, if this is you and you're the Knight of Water, I feel like you're going to get somebody else to, you know, hitch a ride on your dolphin with you. It's falling in love, wedding proposals, the need to balance your emotions out, to understand, you know, why you went through something, why you had to learn how to navigate those emotions, go down deep, you know, face fears, learn what's good for you, learn how to ride these waves, you know, and come to the surface again, to breathe, to have fun again, to have joy in your world again. The need to balance emotions, and an invitation to a social event. So that would not be in Ghostlands. That would definitely be somewhere you would go. That would be life, living, fruitful, alive. Maybe it's with this person. Maybe this is you getting on board, you know, just getting in the waves and splashing around, feeling alive, and feeling how this brings something into your world. Maybe this, I feel like this is you almost like making that invitation. I feel like you're the one sending out that signal, you know? I feel like the exciting part of this card comes from you, Cancer. I feel you're splashing in the waves here and getting excited about something. Maybe you've learned, you know, you can dive off of that boat and get back in the boat and still go on your journey, you know? Maybe you're taking a skinny dip and you expected your clothes to come off the whole time, and you're going to feel that rush of emotion, that rush of the water, just refreshing on your body. Now I just thought of cold water, so that's your song. You got some Justin Bieber and Major Lazer and Live, and I love you guys. I hope this was helpful, Cancer. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.